Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today I'll be going over the level 20 Mistweaver Monk, and I'll be assuming that you already have a level 20 tune, you know how to cap your XP, unlock your garrison and Draenor, and how to time walk for specific dungeons. If you don't know how to do this, please check out my previous video on the level 10 Mistweaver Monk as I go in more detail over that. I'll try to make this as quick as possible, so be ready to pause for any on-screen information. Also, I'll be making shorter videos later on each twink topic, such as capping your XP, unlocking your garrison, and time walking in future videos, so be sure to look out for those. Full disclaimer before we start though, I'm not fully geared on this 20 twink. It's poorly optimized, and if I opted to gear it as well as my level 10 twink, this video probably would not have released for several weeks more, or possibly months due to RNG with the drops. My level 10 twink has over 2,000 runs done while attempting to gear it, and this monk only has around 100. Still, this monk was able to boost faster than running a dungeon normally without a twink, and I'm sure it will only improve with more gear. Now let's get started. There are two expansions you'll be spending time in to gear up your 20 Mistweaver Monk: Warlords of Draenor and Shadowlands. Some of these can be walked into, and some of them can be queued for and not walked into. Quick note to make here, though, is for Shadowlands, you must set your timeline to Shadowlands to either walk in or queue for it. But Warlords of Draenor, you need to set your timeline to it only for queuing. Also, as a level 20, there is one dungeon you can walk into but can't queue for, which is Auchindoun. This dungeon is by far my favorite in terms of speed and grabbing quick gear that the other dungeons also give. Now, I do not have a detailed list of every single piece of gear you'll want to grab, but there are 4 pieces you absolutely have to get. You'll want to get Soul Cutter Mage Blade from Auchindoun, Sedana's Grisly Visage from Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, and the Shadowgrasp Totem from the other side. And lastly, you'll want to get the infinitely divisible Ooze from Plaguefall. The combo of the sword and offhand allows you to gain an additional 3 intellect that the staff does not provide. The Shadowgrasp Totem is one of 2 broken trinkets that you can obtain at level 20. It's an on-use trinket and targets what you target, so be sure to tap target constantly if you're clearing packs, or target the boss if you're clearing a boss. Also, you will need to be in either Windwalker loot spec or Brewmaster loot spec to have this trinket drop off the final boss. It works best in older content, so you'll need to revert to the present timeline after queuing for BC or Classic to see the best outcome from this trinket and the next trinket. The next trinket is the infinitely divisible Ooze. It procs on its own and targets either what you're actively hitting or what is currently aggroed to you that you're not hitting. You have to taunt an aggro or be hitting something for it to attack. This drops from the final boss in Plaguefall, and you must be in either Windwalker loot spec or Brewmaster loot spec for it to drop. Next up are the Enchants. Now, there are obviously more you can use as a level 20, but I've tuned it to only what you'll need as a Mistweaver Monk. The stats scale down to your levels, so I've also provided what it actually gives you at 20 for each. One thing to note here that I picked up on while testing my 20 Mistweaver Monk out is that I do not foresee a situation that we will be able to swap out Lifesteal for another enchant like you can for the level 10 twink. The damage is scaled higher here, and it doesn't proc often enough or hard enough to keep you sustained. You will need this enchant, and also you will still be using Expel Harm to keep your health up. This may change a bit once you have some of the gems, but as of recording this video, my monk has 0 gem socket procs, which is unfortunate. As for the gems, it is the same setup as the level 10 monk, as you can see here. So I won't go in too much detail with this. If you'd like additional details, be sure to check out my other video for the level 10 twink, and you'll get more information there. Now, you may be asking yourself, would you prefer a 10 or a 20, or what's the purpose of having a 20 when you can get a 10 twink, et cetera, et cetera. So I have a list of pros and cons that I've set up with my experience of having a 10, even 11 twinks, and now a 20 twink that's free to play. First off, I do want to say that you get instant queues as a level 20 free to play. You don't have the long queue times that happen even if you have a 5-man group. It will still take a long time to pop because it states that it's still trying to find someone even though they're all there. I believe it's intentional. It's not an actual bug, but who knows? Second, there's no sub. It's free to play, so I mean, why not? It's on an account that you're not paying for. You could drop and not play it for a while and not feel like you wasted your money, right? Um, you can easily use it to boost yourself with an alternate free to play account. And you also don't get the XP debuff, and you don't give the XP debuff with a free to play account. You can group with people prior to queuing and just start powering through content, and it's just a smoother experience than the level 10. Now, the cons, though, however, when you're on a free to play account, you can't use the auction house, you can't use the mail system, you can't invite people, you can't add people, right? Unless they invite you first. It's harder to gear if you're on a free to play. So, my recommendation is to at least sub first, get the gear, buy the enchants, buy all the gems and everything that you'll need, and buy extra. Don't just buy what you need for one time use. Buy enough, assuming that you're going to get several upgrades throughout your time of gearing so that you're prepared and can just easily swap them out. That way you can shift back to free to play sooner. Um, the last con is that it is noticeably slower when boosting. It really is. It's not like super slow. It's much faster than queuing by yourself. Well, not by yourself, but with others normally without a twink. But it is roughly 2 to 4 times slower than my level 10 monk twink. Now, I hope this video was informative and helpful for you all. If there was anything I missed, please let me know in the comments. And also, if there's any class that you would like me to try out and do a guide on or level plus class combination, let me know. I do want to let you guys know, though, I am actively working on, per our last poll on the channel, the next set of twinks that I will actively be working on and making guides on is an 11 warrior, 11 guardian druid, and a 20 mage. I want to thank you guys though for supporting me and viewing my videos and supporting my channel, and those of you in the Discord as well. You guys are all amazing, and I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope to see you guys again soon in the next video and stream. I plan on streaming on YouTube in the future instead of Twitch to kind of try things out. So if you haven't yet, please join the Discord. That information will be linked down below. And as always, guys, until next time, I will catch you all later.